Hey Terrasphere, it's Holly from Cape Cod Creatures, and I am here today with a quick review slash first impressions of 78 Tarot. If you're unfamiliar, 78 Tarot is a global collaborative art project, which means that each artist takes a card, and then eventually you have 78 cards that make up an entire tarot deck, and each one is done by a different person. Right now, they have done 3 decks. We are all, if you don't have it yet, we are all super late to the party and kind of SOL as far as the original 78 Tarot is concerned. But good news is you can still get the 78 Tarot Nautical, the Tarot of the Water, and you can still get 78 Tarot Carnival, Cirque du Tarot. Both are amazing decks. I highly recommend both, and we will actually go through, we'll touch on my recommendations where each deck is concerned right now. So first things first, came in a big cardboard package because I ordered so much stuff. I opened the top, and the first thing to greet me, when you place your order, there's like a little special box on the order form, and it's like, are there any special instructions or any other further requests you'd like us to know for your order? And I jokingly put, yeah, draw He-Man riding on a narwhal. Wouldn't that be so hilarious? LOL. And the founder of the project, Kayti, who is an absolute dream to work with, by the way, you guys, she is a lovely lady, and she really deserves for her projects to succeed fully. She's just a very special soul. So, hi, Kayti. I was like, hey, draw He-Man, and she was just like, haha. Like, I hopefully what was intended was for whoever read the order would be like, haha, no. But what she did, she wrote me this awesome note, and she said her art isn't great, which I disagree with, by the way. And she drew something much more likable, and she drew this adorable little whale. So I'm super glad that my facetious joke was taken in the vein that it was supposed to be taken in. And by the way, Kayti, your art is fantastic. Everybody's art is fantastic, and don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. And trust me, it's a way better than anything I could have produced. So I love my little whaley. He's so cute. He's gonna wind up being framed. So we've got that little whaley, and then when I opened the package, this was floating on top, like this super cute little candy stripe bag, and it had a super adorable little glittery star sticker, or at least it was before I tore into it. And inside of this package was an amazing collection of art prints. So we have this one. These are all from the Tarot Carnival, by the way. This one. This guy, this is my favorite card out of the whole deck, by the way. We'll touch on this in a second. This actually will be one of the cards we'll be looking at. So we've got this cool little carnival circus dragon clown thing. We've got this guy who I love / creeps me out. It's the Knight of Cups, by the way. And then this is the Empress, which is just an absolutely beautiful card. And this one, there's one other thing, but we'll save that for last. We'll save the best for last. And underneath that was another package of prints. So, I mean, she really threw a lot of stuff at me. Well, she didn't throw it, she presented, it was a wonderful package. When you talk about people who add, personal touches or little freebies, if you are a person who is into that kind of thing, definitely get on board with 78 Tarot, because this package was full of signed prints. So each of these has been signed by the artists involved. I love this one, too. This guy. Like I said, these prints are all absolutely magical, and they've all been signed by the artists, and it took me a minute to realize that they were signed by the artists, but how cool is that? So not only that, I've got some signed, not only do we have awesome prints, but now I've got some signed original, I've got signed prints of original artwork, which is really cool. These guys freak me out. I don't know, just something about them weird me out, but they're supposed to, because they're part of a freak show. And this guy. This guy is all I don't know about him, but after a few beers and he does some magic tricks, and you're just maybe he's pretty cute. I don't know. But anyway, that was, so those are some of the freebies that came. And then also this awesome bag for the 78 Tarot Carnival was one of the freebies that was also in there. So this is for traveling with your cards. Although honestly, I will probably keep them in their box to travel. If you're a person who likes to keep things mint, that's what this is for. So you can keep the box they come in mint, because it's a nice box. It's a nice sturdy box. Chipboard, you know, pretty good and standard. But you know, if you want to just have your cards in a bag, you also have that option now too. Although I'll probably just travel with them in their box. I'm not interested. I should be interested in it, but I'm not interested in keeping these 100% mint because I actually plan on using them. So the other thing that came in, the other deck that came was the 78 Tarot Nautical. And we're going to touch on this one first because it, like chronologically speaking, this is the deck that was released first. So this is the 78 Tarot Nautical, the Tarot of the Water. This one comes in a tuck box. So that is something that has changed with the generations. This one tuck box, this one clamshell chipboard box. So right away we have that as an improvement and a show of growth as far as tarot production is concerned. The other thing that changes is card stock. I don't know how, or yeah, actually, yeah, this one, like the Tarot Carnival, the Carnival one just feels better than the Nautical one. It's also a little more glossy. It just feels thicker. It feels a little more luxurious. Size is not that different though. They're both the same size. So still workable, and they're still shuffleable too. It's not a super thick cardstock. So I opened up the 78 Tarot, and the cards are absolutely beautiful. But what I do recommend, this is the only downside, this is the only like negative thing I will say, is definitely count your cards. Because when I went through the deck, and this is the thing that'll teach me to go through decks from now on. Actually, one of the cards in my, I got the tea leaf reading cards. Some of those cards were stuck together, and I need replacements for those. Actually, I need to jump back on US Games back and get my replacement cards. But count the cards, because when I counted them, I was missing the Empress and my 7 of Swords. This is it. I don't know if you can see it, but it had like a cut in it from production. So I don't know what happened here, but it's not just a small nick. It's like a good 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch, which means that over time with shuffling, that is going to just fall apart. That'll rip. With use, that won't stand up. So I hated to be that guy, but I had to be that guy and email her and like be like, look, everything you sent me was absolutely beautiful, but for the sake of using the deck, I need an Empress card and I need a new 7 of Swords. And she emailed me back like immediately. I think it was under 10 minutes I got a reply. So Katie, first of all, put the phone down, love. You need a break. Come on. That is like on, like, first of all, yay, super, like from a customer perspective, yay. But from a business owner's perspective, sweetie, oh my God, you must be working yourself ragged. You deserve to not be like on your phone checking emails every 5 seconds. You poor creature. So, oh my goodness. Oh, good for you, because I don't know that I could have done it. So yes, so instead of the Empress, I actually wound up in my deck, I actually had 2 of these guys. So I had 2 10 of Pentacles and no Empress card. And while I'm okay with using a deck that's missing a card here or there, I am not okay with using a deck that is missing major arcana. Just because I feel like they're the core of the deck, they're the soul of the deck, they're the major storytellers and the major players. You need them to be intact. You could replace them using several, like the essence of several different cards, but I don't feel like it quite captures the same kind of vibe. Like the Queen of Pentacles mixed with the Ace of Cups doesn't have quite the same vibes as the Empress does. So anywho, I emailed her. She emailed me back right away. She mailed out replacement cards like the same day. And like it was just like the customer service I experienced, just it was over and above and beyond absolutely anything I could have expected from any kind of experience. But anywho, I was waiting for the cards and waiting, and nothing arrived, and my mail is pretty regular here. Every once in a while I'll miss a day, but finally I was just like, oh my goodness, like where is this? Where is the, like, where are the cards? So I emailed her and I was like, Katie, I'm so sorry, like I hate to be that guy again, but it's been a while since we last talked and since you mailed them out. Like, is there a tracking number? Is there any like way we can kind of just see where they are? And she's just like, oh my goodness, I sent them regular mail and they haven't arrived, but that's where she's in New York, I'm in Massachusetts. It should have, like, it was like a week and a half we waited, and they should have arrived by then, but nothing had shown up. So she sent out a second package, and I was just like blown away. There was no reason for her to have to send out a second package. Like, her obligation, as far as I'm concerned, ended when she sent out the second package. When she sent out the first package of like the first like replacement cards, and she could have been like, sorry, you're just gonna have to keep waiting. Which honestly, like, when I think about it, depending on who it was I would be dealing with, might have been what I would have done. But she absolutely did not even, she did not rest on her laurels. She sent me another package. So she said, I included this gift in the first I sent, but feel free to gift one if the first ever reaches you. I hope everything arrives okay. This is from Katie. So not only did she include replacement cards, so I got the 7 of cards with no cut. And she sent me an Empress, which, by the way, I can understand, like, now that I see them together, I can kind of understand why, like, I wound up with 2 Ten of Pentacles instead of 1 Ten of Pentacles and an Empress. Like, I can see it from, like, just this perspective. They're very, like, at a glance, they're very similar. Like, they're both mer people, and they're both holding some sort of a weapon. So I can see why that would have made it into the deck that way. Oh, also with the 78 Tarot, you get a little white book, by the way. So if you do order just the deck, because we're going to touch on the other things that I ordered, if you do order just the deck, don't worry about it. You're covered. You've got a book of meanings. So she sent replacement cards like right away, but also came with some super awesome sauce stickers. Awesome. And then she also sent this amazing Kickstarter exclusive strength print. And I don't know if you can see, but it's like all metallic-y and amazing. And this thing is going in a frame like right away. Hands down, one of my favorite strength cards. So that was that. And then to touch on a couple of the other extras in the Tarot Nautical itself, everybody gets it. It gets these. There are 2 extra cards in the deck, so it's actually an 80 card deck. There is the Curiosity card, which, oh my goodness, can we even right now with that, by Michael Banks. And then there is the Meditate card, which is a beautiful line drawing. Actually, one of the things because this was the deck that I looked at first, I love that there are no borders on this. This is just absolutely beautiful. And the borders on this did kind of nudge me a little, only because they're so big. And I get why they put the artist's name on the bottom of the card, but that font is just kind of, it breaks you out of a reading a little bit. So it had crossed my mind to edge these cards, but I don't think I'm going to, just because I don't want to mess them up. So, like, knowing me, something would go horribly awry, and then I'd have to be like, Katie, and I don't want to be that guy like a 50 bajillionth time. So awesome. So this is the deck. It fits nicely in the hand. It's a little big to shuffle this way, but you can still manage a rifle shuffle. The cardstock is, like I said, it's super gorge, easy to shuffle. 100% recommend it. So like I said, this is the back. It's super adorbies, and the artwork is all really diverse. So to touch on that, because the artwork is so diverse, what I recommend you do is opt for, instead of just the deck, they have, which is what I ordered, a gift set, a limited edition gift set. So get this, 100% get this. And you want to get this, they're numbered, which is awesome. So I've got number 319 out of 1,000. So awesome. The reason you want to get this, because it's included in the set, is this amazing book. You want the book, and you want the book because inside of the book they include artist interpretations, why they painted what they did, which in a collaborative art deck is really important. It is way more important than you think it is. I've got one art deck where I didn't opt for the book, and I don't understand that tarot deck at all, like at all. So you want to opt for the book. You want to figure out why each artist painted what they did. And it's always really cool to see like why they did it. Like it's really cool to be like, okay, why'd you paint this? And then you get to peek inside the artist. Like it's like picking their brain, but without them having to be there and without having to wait for a reply on Facebook or what have you. And then it also comes with like some really cool extra pictures, like behind the scenes photos while the artists create their amazing paintings or artworks. It's got a quick little rundown and description of each of the artists. Like you can follow their career. So if there's something that you particularly love, you can follow the artist, which is really cool. So you can kind of track careers. It also has, let me see if I can get to it. It's got card development photos. So you've got work in progress pictures, which is always really cool to see because there's way more that goes into a piece of artwork than you think there is. So like we just see an image, we take it for granted and we're like, you know, it probably took them like whatever to whip that up. But no, there are layers upon layers of things that go into creating the things that they create. And then you have like a whole bunch of different dedication pages and blurbs. And you've got thank yous. Let's see, in the back, like people who supported the Kickstarter wound up in the book. I don't think there are any spreads. There are not. Oh, there is a spread. There's a 1-card draw. There's a 3-card draw. So there's a little bit about how to use Intro to Tarot and sample spreads. Oh, it's got the Starfish spread and the Anchor spread. So those are exclusive. I actually didn't even see these at all. I just kind of like cracked right to the middle when I got this book. Like, oh, let's delve in. But you've got some really cool spreads that are exclusive to this tarot deck. I love that there's a Starfish spread. And then you've got the artist index in the front, and then it just jumps right in. So you've got 80 cards of goodness, and then you've got a couple hundred pages, over 225 pages of artisty goodness. So definitely, and it's a nice hardcover book actually, so I definitely recommend getting the set. And then of course I couldn't just get the set for just the Tarot Nautical, and I wound up getting the set for the Tarot Carnival. So the Tarot Carnival does not come in one of these glorious boxes, although I really wish it did. Just for the sake of keeping everything together when it is not traveling, it would have been nice to have it. I understand why they didn't do it. It probably production cost for that is probably ridiculous. But as a collector, to be able to have that like safe and in like everything that involved in it safe and in one spot and in a further protective box, and to also have it signed and numbered because yay, collecting. To have it signed and numbered and like sitting on your shelf like that would have been fantastic. But not gonna complain about it, or at least not gonna complain about it too hard. I will wishfully think. I will not complain. How's that? So I opted for the art deck for the Tarot Carnival because same thing. It's got in progress pictures. It's got, again, each of the card, and these books are in color, by the way, which you hardly ever see. So it's got, okay, here's the card, and then here is like the artist's description, like, you know, why they drew what they drew, and then card meanings. It's got keywords. It's got, let's see, 8 of Wands, keywords. It also has, correlations. Like for example, the 8 of Wands would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the colors of red or orange, and the element of fire. So you get some cool little, like, you get some further layers as far as that's concerned if you're into the astrology thing. The one thing that you will notice in this book is that it is missing a page. So what they did is they wrote a little note of thank you and apologies. which I think is completely unnecessary because Kayti is just so fan-fabulous. She doesn't even need to apology. She doesn't need to apology. She doesn't need to apologize for anything. Just her stuff is amazing and just buy it without question. So they did a printout for the page. So you still get the information. It is the Hierophant, actually. And then you get an artist, like it's an art quality, it's an archival print of the missing page. So you have the option of leaving just the explanation in the book, and then you've got this awesome artwork to frame, or you can keep it in the book, which is probably what I will do. So you're not actually missing out on a meaning or anything, but she does have everything included. And then let's see, for custom spreads, we've got okay, so she does the 1-card spread, an intro to tarot, but then for custom spreads, we've got the big top spread, which is this triangle-y one right here. And then we have the unmasking spread, which is very interesting. I'm gonna have to try that one. I like that. I like the idea behind that one for times when you feel that there's more at play than the obvious, which, I mean, really, why else would you be consulting tarot? I mean, unless you had something like extra going on that you were just like, I have no idea what's going on. So that is the art book for the carnival. And oh, after the second package arrived, I think it was like half a week later, the first package arrived. So I actually have this extra little bit of goodness, which I will wind up, I feel like I will wind up, not like auctioning it or anything, but I will wind up, it says, "Hi Holly, here are your replacements," and a few little extras. She included this amazing original print by one of the artists involved in the project. So that would be Carrie Hawks at Tiger Pixie, and like, this is amazing. This is like a grown-up version of Lisa Frank. It's the 4 of Wands, it looks like. So awesome. And then the replacement cards, she actually sent me an extra 10 of Pentacles, so now I have 3. And a Carnival Tarot print as well, and it's got the crew on there, just like who did what. So I've got these extra cards in this extra print, and I've got all these goodies. So at some point, I think I'm going to put some away, and I'm going to save them for when I run across somebody who just randomly needs a little extra uplifting in their life. So I'm gonna pay that goodwill forward. Oh, and also again, with the Tarot Carnival, if you decide that you just want the deck, you also get the little white book. But I cannot rave enough. Oh, and the extra cards, I almost forgot. So the extra cards in the Tarot Carnival include this really cool one, which is Foresight. And then my favorite in the deck is Meditation and Equilibrium. I really enjoy. I'm a little sad that there's not a curiosity card in here, but you can always take, well, no, because the backing is different, but I suppose you could substitute one of these for curiosity. Like Equilibrium, you could easily have this stand in for curiosity. But yeah, the cards are just absolutely beautiful. So that is the big change from from tarot to tarot, is the card quality. And then also, I don't know if you can, yep, can you see? They did away with the borders. So the border, there are really no borders on the Tarot Carnival. There's just one on the top and one on the bottom. And then they made the title of the card, they got a little smaller with script. And then also where the artists' names are concerned, they figured out a way to make it a little less intrusive, which I'm actually glad that they did, because I get why they put the artist names in there. I prefer if they didn't at all. So that way, if you wanted, like, you're not going to feel like this, just like I've got all the guilty feels about like wanting to edge my 78 Nautical, because I don't want to do away with the artist's name, but it also kind of like it pokes in there when you're doing a reading, because like that is just like really like that is like there. This one, however, is a little less intrusive. it's a little, it kind of floats to the background. It lets you pay attention more to the image than you can, I think, with the nautical. So again, and this is me being super nitpicky too, because if you're going to do a review, it should be balanced. There should be some good with the bad, but really there's nothing bad I have to say at all about 78 Tarot, and you should absolutely 100% support their next project, which is the 78 Tarot Astral. It's already funded, you guys, so it's basically a no-brainer Kickstarter to support. You should definitely do when it gets there. I think one of the stretch goals is a book, so definitely do the book, the art book. Art book is like super dupes important for understanding a collaborative art project like this. And she's got like super, like, in the description of her project, she says she loves to give away free stuff, and she's not even kidding. Like, so much free stuff. Like, I don't even know, like, I'm gonna have to wind up giving some of it away. Like, I just, like, I'm gonna, I definitely, like, this is like, I feel a little overwhelmed, honestly. It's just like, oh my goodness, like, this woman is too good to be true. So, definitely support this project. It's a bunch of really rad people. Their hearts are all in the right places. Their artwork and their creations are 100% beautiful, and it isn't very often that you see so many artists working together so seamlessly. So I 100% recommend backing this on Kickstarter. I'm going to put it in the bottom and put a link to it down there. I've already backed it. I will probably, as the stretch goals are met, I am definitely going to be increasing my pledge, because I want all the free stuff. But I want all the add-ons. The add-on is a lunar moth. I mean, like, it's so cute. Like, you should see it. It's amazing. And there's a tarot journal and journaling stickers and just so many awesome and amazing extras. So I'm really excited about this tarot deck. The sneak peeks of the images on Kickstarter are just like, they're out of this world. Get it? But it's amazing, and there's only like 12 to 10 days left. So jump on this train, everybody. It is going to be totally worth it. You will not be sad. And there are opportunities to actually pledge and get these two decks. So if you don't have any of them yet, or if you only want one of them, you can absolutely add on and get the Carnival and the Nautical Tarot, which I highly recommend. And you can absolutely join in the fun that way. So I guess we're going to end it. I will do I'm going to do a pull from the 78, the Nautical Tarot. Just because, let me get my curiosity card. And did I put the other cards back in? Yes. Okay. So let me put these guys. We got the 7 of Swords, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Where's my Empress? Here's my Empress. All right. So we've got all 80 cards because there's 80. So yeah, shuffling them. I don't know if you're seeing, I'm having a little hard time grabbing the whole pile. But easily managed when you have it in 2 piles. So we'll go ahead and give it a shuffle. And it shuffles really well. I haven't shuffled it very much. You get decent intermingling. I feel like once it's broken in, it'll shuffle a little bit easier, but you can still do the hand over hand really well. And same goes for Tarot Carnival. Actually, the Carnival Tarot shuffles even better because the lamination helps the cards to kind of slip in a little bit more. And it is wide enough this way where shuffling long ways hand over hand isn't so, I'm really bad at it, but it isn't so awkwardly unobtainable that it's like such a big deal. So I'm going to give it one more rifle, and then we'll cut the deck and pull a card from the middle. And if you guys have any questions about my experience with this, definitely put put questions in the comment section below, and we'll go ahead and I'll answer them. Hopefully with the same expediency that Katie has shown me. And I say that because she really put my customer service game to shame, for reals. I feel like, man, if you think you do something well, there's always somebody out there that does it better, and they're going to show you. So anywho, we're cutting the deck, and today's card is The Lovers. And this is an amazing Lovers energy. Usually you see the Lovers and it's like two people and they're apart and they're not really enjoying people's company. And, you know, it's about a card about decisions and about people growing apart and a change in status and what have you. But this Lovers energy, this is more like, these are two people who are enjoying each other's company and having a good time. They're enjoying a nice day at the beach, which obviously being on Cape Cod, I'm all about right now. The colors in it are fantastic and happy. So I would say that this is, enjoy the gifts that you've got going on around you. Enjoy whoever is special in your life. Oh my goodness, I got a hiccup. Enjoy the special person in your life. And just, put a little music back into that relationship. Just, that guy's playing a guitar, he's singing her a song, she's absolutely loving it. Do something special for the person you love. And it looks like this might be, it looked like no, it's not a woodblock print, but, or maybe this means like, maybe this is simple as go to the beach and enjoy the sunset. Which I think, you know what? I've got time. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna grab my other half and I'm gonna drag him down to the beach and we're gonna watch the sunset. So thank you very much, Tarot Nautical. Thank you, Kayti, from the Global Art Collaboration. It says art by Artists Assembled, which always makes me think of Avengers. But 78 Tarot, keep it up. It's amazing. Like, what you're doing is absolutely great, and just thank you so much. You've given such a gift to the tarot world, and we should all be so lucky to have the opportunity to experience your artwork. And I look forward to, now that I have done this review, I can finally show off that I even have the decks. I look forward to doing readings and stuff with them. And thank you, Tarosphere, for listening to me ramble on for half an hour about 2 decks. Again, if you have any questions, info right in the box below. And I can't say enough. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful afternoon and happy reading.